Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2021 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder that if anybody contacts you in the comment box saying that they are me, wanting you to email them to get a reading or to set up a reading, that is not me. I will not be soliciting you for anything. Those are scammers. Okay, with that said, now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer. Strengthening and building love within your life, Cancer. Strengthening and building love within your life, Cancer. Strengthening and building love within your life, Cancer. February 2021. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a different reading, shaking things up just a bit. And I'm trying to make them just a bit shorter because I know the longer videos aren't always quite as accessible. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic. So we're going to see from the tarot and from your chakra cards. If anything is needed to be pulled extra, most definitely that will be brought forward. So let's see here, Cancer. Building and strengthening love within your life, Cancer. Building and strengthening love within your life, Cancer. February 2021. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay, now this isn't going to be your normal love reading. This is focused on spiritual healing, spiritual love, the power of connecting you with the life that you want to have. So if you're in a relationship, this is strengthening that relationship, calling love forward. If you're single and you want to be in love, this is what needs to be worked on to call that love into your life. But also, if you're perfectly happy just as you are, this is centering your life around love and really helping to alleviate those pains that keep us at a lower energy vibration, that keep us from really being able to ascend to the place that spiritually, emotionally, essentially we want to be within our lives. So when we talk about the chakra energy, this is going to be where we have a bit of blockages, Cancer. So we're starting off here with the I Am Presence, one of my absolute favorite cards. Okay, it's the crown chakra. Then we have truth, the throat chakra. And finally, we have love, the heart chakra. So we're going to see how this equates to the tarot. So we start off here with strength, which is a Leo energy, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd, and the Two of Cups, which is a healing, beautiful love brought forward. You then have the Three of Wands, new horizons opening up. You have the Knight of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is also being a defender of your truth. Your throat chakra is definitely coming into play here of what it is that you want from life and of the new horizons, how you're opening up your world. Then finally, we have the King of Cups, which is you in the minor arcana. You're represented by the cups in the minor arcana. You're represented by the Chariot in the major arcana. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you have here, you have the King of Cups, you have two knights. You are defending your prosperity, you're defending your mind, your thoughts, your expression. And there is this powerful sense of reclaiming during this time. You're also seeing that the only person that you have any power over within your life is yourself. And this is going to be a time of a lot of self-contemplation. This is going to be a time of connection. So let's start off with the chakra messages. So we have here, we have the throat chakra. We go into the throat chakra. We start with the crown chakra. And I think it's very interesting, you coming through as a king, as somebody who is being crowned. So you are here looking at the words that you say to yourself, how it is that you express your life, how it is that you express you. What are you indulging in? And also, what are you denying yourself during this time? So the crown chakra is the beautiful things. You know, the crown chakra with the I am presence, it is I am successful, I am positive, I am prosperous, I am bountiful, I am enough. And I am loving my life. I'm embracing my sensuality. I'm embracing, the desire I have to live in love and let love be a part of my existence. Now that's the positive, right? Well, then we have the negative. And I know people say, Dane, why do you say the negative? And I say it for a very specific reason. Because when I listen to people and they say the positive things, I'm like, check that list, check that list. I got this, right? But then if they start to say the negative things, I can't deny that those thoughts don't come through my mind. And so here it is, I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I'm not sexy. Like, don't feel that at all. Overworked, stretched too many different ways. I'm scared. I'm lost. I don't know how to embrace a sensuality of being because there are so many demands upon myself. I am not enough, and I've never been enough. The I am presence is not only our blessings, it is also how we curse ourselves, how we live in doubt and in fear. And yes, you can say just batter-ram through them. Don't let yourself slow down enough to have kind of the demons come forward. But that's not a good way to live either. Here it is looking at who it is that you are. It's also looking at the pains that you have been through, the hurts that you have been through, the doubts, the relationships that broke your heart, okay? Coming from a broken home. I mean, most definitely how you saw your parents interacting or the people who raised you interacting is astoundingly important to how you view, how the world is supposed to treat you, but also how you form your coping mechanisms. They say that a way a child deals with anger and stress and everything like that is all pretty much formed by the age of 4, which is astounding. So here, when you're looking at who it is that you are, when you're crowning yourself, make sure that you're crowning yourself in the positive and not in the negative. View yourself just as this king right here, being the ruler, being the powerhouse of your existence, putting that crown on your head, saying, I am crowned in prosperity. I am enough to rule my life, to have the power moving me and guiding me forward. It leads you to your truth. Now, when it comes to love and sensuality, right, our truth is very important to us, most definitely. But also our truth can start to be corroded by somebody else's truth because you're just so in love with them, or because they just mean so much, or you want everything to work out, that their truth can start to become your truth. Here, when it comes to embracing your love, your passion, your desire, it is embracing your truth. It is embracing your body. It is embracing what it is that you want. It is calling forward your power. But it's also speaking your truth, what you like and what you don't like. You know, how you want to be spoken to and how you don't want to be spoken to. Where it is that you're headed. And it can be that you start to just make this change within you. You start to change your I am presence. You write on your mirror, you put it on your phone, I am enough. You have it reminding you. You know that you are not a mistake, that you are a blessing, that every hardship, every pain that you have gone through is a forging of your greatness, is, a getting rid of the imperfections within your life. Even if you're going through a time of isolation, sometimes divinity, spirit, puts us in times of isolation where you might sit there and say, I don't have the relationships that I want. I've been single for so long, or we just aren't connecting the way that we used to. It seems like we're two strangers living in the same house. These are times of isolation. And when we're looking at the isolation, instead of saying, what's wrong with me? What have I done to deserve this? See why you were put there. See, what are you learning? How are you going inward? What are you seeing? How are you redefining yourself? Or how are you defining yourself? How are you opening up the gates? It is time to live in your truth, not somebody else's. And the world wants us to live in their truth. They want us to see what they think is pretty and say, oh, that's exactly what I'm supposed to be, even if you'll never be that. Even if you can't possibly grow or lose that much weight or have that look that they have, now it is time to say, this is me. This is my truth. Because self-hatred, when we have this body dysmorphia that's going on, that's affecting everyone, that's not living in our truth. That's living in everybody else's perceived truth, or it's living in a construct of what others are creating that will always make you feel like you are not enough. Because it's a construct that is going to make you buy the anti-aging everything, going to make you buy the liposuction, going to make you buy the gym memberships, going to make you buy the muscle drinks. It'll make you buy because you're not seeing yourself be that figure of perfection. But if you know that you are divine, that you have that perfection within you, that you were created as angels were created, or with angels on your side, then that is power, that is truth. And that starts to balance the scales. It starts to bring you into harmony. And it's also looking at the truth of the way you want your sexual and sensual experiences to be. So I'm very much a believer in Carezza, and I will link that in the description box, a little bit of an overview, and you all can research deeper if you like to. But it's a spiritual love coming in. It's taking the orgasm off the table and saying, let me connect with you spiritually. Let me connect with you, emotionally, personally. Because if just having more sex made everything better, then that would be an easy fix. It's like, okay, fine, I'd be happier, I'd be this or I'd be that, or if you just had more sex. But that's not the case. And so here, when you're talking about love, because we're talking about the heart here, that's going to be the hard place to let it shine through. It's either, you've been hurt. There can be past life scars that are coming in that are saying, don't trust, keep yourself guarded. Family, generational curses that come down that say, I don't want to be treated like my parents treated each other, or like the person who raised me treated each other. I want more. I want love, but love is so terrifying. That's why when we put spirit on the table, which our world has done a really good job of just ripping it out of life and connection, then that's where we start to find meaning again. It's not in everybody else's ideas and ideals. It's in our hearts. It's in our truths. It's in our passion. It's in our love. And that starts to move you forward. The heart chakra is calling, okay, with your throat chakra, with your crown chakra, to have its beauty seen. And you're going to find it's going to be hard to say, I'm connecting with my heart. Because it's not something that we as people really value. We say all the right keywords, we hold space, we do all of this. But to truly live it is astoundingly difficult. To not sit there and get jealous of other people who seem to have more than us, even though it's just our perception that's making us, it's our I am presence that's making us perceive that their lives are better. Human beings, we're very competitive creatures. So if you can even make it feel like your life is better than everybody else's through, whatever form of media, that's what you're going to do. right? Because we kind of like it when people get a little bit jealous of us. It's like, wow, look at what you have and look at what I don't. Here, it is opening up your heart and saying, it's not a competition anymore. It's time for me to live in my happiness. Whether that happiness means me owning a mansion, or whether that happiness means me owning a cottage or an apartment, and just being happy within myself, within my inhales and my exhales. There's this beautiful saying that to live in the present is the only place that we can be. Okay, it's the only place that real happiness is found. To live in the past is to live in pain. Okay, is to live in pain and discomfort. Because no matter, even if you're just living in the good memories, the pain comes because those memories can never be recreated. They're gone. They've been lived. They're part of your history. Living in the future is a delusion because the future has yet to be created. So it can be anything and you can be anything. But you have to get to that point. You have to build to it. So to live in the present is to lay the foundation for your future by the knowledge that you have learned from your past. But it's to be in the here and the now. And that's where your heart's light is going to really shine through. That's where your truth really wants to come forward and say, but this is me. This is me and this is what I need. The strength here that we see and the healing, it comes through knowing that love is not a power game. All right? And that sounds so easy to say. And so absolutely, like, of course it's not a power game. It's a mutual understanding. It's respect. It's patience. It's kindness. Yes. But have you ever noticed that when you see couples, there's usually one who has more of a say than another? And it's just very rare to see those couples that are truly equal. So here, when you're calling upon your strength, it's calling upon the honor of your heart, the passion of your soul, the strength that makes you who it is that you are. And as you do this, you're also repelling the brute force strength, the strength that our world seems to honor the most, the biggest muscles, the most youthful appearance, the signs that outwardly make us think of strength. Think of, Greek statues, okay? Always in the prime of life. Here, you are going to find that strength and the people who truly embrace the strength of compassion, the strength of understanding, the strength of spirit. They're not the people that necessarily look physically strong. They could be, I'm just seeing here some of the oldest people, the oldest people who walk slow, who speak softly, they have the greatest strength to them. And here, as you're moving forward, you're going to be calling on that strength within your love. And it's that strengthening of eternal love that moves you forward. It's that connection with your sensuality, with your expression of self. When I talk about karetsa, all right, it is that spiritual coming together of love and intimacy with a partner. But it can also be, and this is, now maybe you will not see writings on it, but this is my meditations upon it. But it's also that coming together of spiritual and sensual understanding of the self. Saying, what is it that my heart wants? How is it that my soul wants to connect? How is it that, I feel within my body? I feel within myself. And that brings you great strength. It's a healing that also comes forward. You're going to see bridges gapped. You're going to see power ignited. You're going to see yourself looking at things, looking at pains, looking at sorrows, looking at hardships, looking at past knowledge that comes into the mind and takes over the soul. And you're going to say, no, that's not where I stand. And that's not what I want. The Two of Cups, the healing that comes from the strength, is reclaiming your power. It's not having that past love that, you thought was everything. You just thought was absolutely miraculous. And then became abusive, taking over your life anymore. It's been too much of that. The Two of Cups is healing. The Two of Cups isn't questioning anymore if you're worthy of love. Because here's the thing, you are. You are worthy of love and beauty and absolute enchantment of existence. We just don't see it, and we're not told it within our world. We're told to strive and to push harder, and that you'd be successful if both of you are doctors or lawyers, and both of you are just absolutely perfect all the time. So everybody can be jealous. What if you're quiet? What if you're peaceful? What if you have a small little life, but it's completely and utterly yours? What if you connect with your partner? What if just putting your hand on top of theirs is that connection that sends sparks through you? Not the same eros connection. So with the Greeks have 3 words for love. There is eros, where we get our erotica from, and that's the love that our Western world, or the world, loves. It loves that passionate, hot, heavy type of love. Then you have the familial love, the family love. So this brings forward the connection of a family unit, the connection that you have when you know a person really super well. And then you have the agape love, which is the love that transcends all. And it is said that the agape love is the love that Christ had when he died for everyone. So here, when you see this connection, when you see the hands touching, the coming together of touch, of being, okay? And that is equated to when you touch your partner, when you connect fully in the present with your partner, okay? That is going to be a healing connection that brings forward not the eros love all the time, though it can at some points, and that's fantastic to let that wave ride, most definitely. But it's the connection of that deep spiritual love that has you opening up your arms to the world, that has you opening up your arms to yourself and saying, this is what I love and this is what I need within my life, within my soul, within myself. Because if you ever watch primates, right? The primates that get shunned, they have a really hard time of it. First of all, they're social creatures, right? And when they're shunned, they don't have that protection of the group, but they also don't have that care. And when you see when primates aren't shunned, or when they're let back in, they get groomed, okay? Their hair starts to shine. The bugs are picked off of them. Their skin does better. That's the act of connection. And that's the act that we're really missing within our world. So here, it is a passion that moves you forward, that binds you deeper. And you're going to see here that you are fighting for your future. You're fighting for the passion to be let forward. You're fighting to reclaim the life that you want. You're fighting to know that you deserve it. You know that you deserve the love, the passion, the power, the fire, the being that you are and that you want within your existence. The Three of Wands is that new horizon. The Three of Wands is so much greater and so much better. It's that new existence, it's that new passion that leads you forward. And it's the new opportunities. You're going to see yourself moving towards new opportunities within your life, within your love, because you are now this being of sensuality, of sensual expression, of living within your body, of embracing your truth, of opening up your heart. And you become the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is the one who defends. The Knight of Swords and the swords alone, they are continuously weapons. There's no other representation in the minor arcana that is simply a weapon like the sword is. The sword shows prosperity because only the elite, only the nobles were allowed to own swords, were allowed to have swords. You would also be gifted a sword if you did very well in battle in the medieval world and even before the medieval world. And that would set your family up for the rest of your life. You became a status symbol. You became a very powerful, noble person. And so here, as you're moving forward being this warrior, you are stepping into your strength. You are stepping into your nobility of spirit and soul, saying, this is who I am, and this is what I defend within me. As I do so, I excel. As you do so, you're going to slay the dragons that keep you from your blessings, that hoard away your beauty, your passion, your power. You are also then going to cut through the poison within the beauty of this world, saying, it's not for me. And then you ascend. You ascend the tower. You awaken the sacred feminine. You awaken the sleeping grace within you to call forward power, beauty, prosperity, and success within your life. You're changing the game, and you're doing so quite profoundly. And that analogy, I always think of Sleeping Beauty, of Prince Charming in Sleeping Beauty, when he slays the dragon and he cuts through the brambles and he ascends the tower. That's what he's doing. He's cutting through the darkness in the world. He's cutting through the poison, and he's ascending spiritually to awaken the sacred feminine, to awaken what has been sleeping within him, what has been sleeping within this world for too long. And there's a sense here of truly embracing that passion, that grace, that power, that beauty. It leads you to becoming a king. It leads you to sitting there and saying, this is the prosperity within my life that I am defending. The King of Cups knows that the only person that you can defend during this time, or the only person that you can rule, okay? Not defend, but the only person that you can rule during your lifetime is yourself. Just thinking of my nephew, he's not even 2. And my gosh, does that little boy have a will to him? And you sit there and you say, you will do this or you will do that. Nothing. If he doesn't want to do it, he's not going to be budged. And I just look at how small he is. And then I look at adults. And we have that same defiance. We just learn how to hide it better, right? And so the only person that can be truly not controlled, but understood, reasoned with, gaining the comprehension of, is yourself. Because with another person, there's always going to be that air of mystery, that air of it's the way they interpret the world. It's the way they stand forward. So here with the King of Cups, what you're going to be looking at is even with your partners, okay? With your partners, with people that you are meeting, with sending out the vibration for wanting a relationship or just being happy in the sacred isolation that you're in right now. Not isolation, yeah, but it's being kept, it's being held back so that when you step forward, you step into your exact right time. And the King of Cups is sitting there saying, it is time to embrace yourself. It is time to embrace you, your power, your love, your vibrational energy, because you're going to see if you're in a relationship that's very, base vibrational, okay, and you start raising up, either that person starts raising up, they can't help it, or things start changing. And that's going to be a very defining time for you. It's a very defining time for everyone when that happens within their lives. Here, with the Knight of Pentacles, you are defending the prosperity. You are defending the bounty that you have planted within your world. Okay? You are defending the way that you are moving forward. This is a time to embrace love to its fullest. This is a time to sit there and say, this is who I am. And I am not a mistake. And I don't need to be fixed. I am powerful. I am brilliant. I am perfect within my strength. And this is a time to look at love, not as something to be conquered or something that is unobtainable or something that, makes a really good song or, that we love in stories. It is something that's let into your life. And it doesn't have to have all that trauma and all that drama. It could be something that is beautifully expressed and powerfully had. As you walk forward in love, there's a huge amount of healing that is going on here, that is opening up a new horizon to you. You're going to see a lot of the time here, Cancer, that you start thinking about the pains within the relationship that you're in, the pains within past relationships, the pains that you have been through within your life. It doesn't even have to be that they were pains with a partner. But if you have enough times where you're betrayed in life, where you're hurt, where people that you have trusted, let you down, that can translate into having fears of trust, fears of coming together, really questioning what will make this person different than all the other people that I have known. And so here, as you start to heal, it's not that you forgive them. It's not that you let it go. It's not that it's not a part of you. It is an intrinsic part of you, the pain that you have been through. But what you find is that it doesn't define you anymore. And it's time for you to walk your path. And whether that person walks with you, or whether you find a new person to call into your life, whether power comes forward, or whether you are meant to walk this path as a beacon of love, that is the agape love of the world, then it does not matter. But to live in love is to live so differently than the world itself is creating right now. Now it is a brute force strength love that is conquering. It is the I can be more aggressively kind of, public with my love and, oh my gosh, this person is the best person in the whole entire world and everybody's going to know it. And behind closed doors, they're miserable. Here, with the strength, it is not that I can yell louder than you, strength. It is not that I am more powerful than you, strength. It is that strength of love, that strength of compassion, that strength of opening the heart. And it moves you here to truly defending the seeds that you have planted within this world and the power of your elevation of spirit to bring you prosperity, to bring you love, to bring you healing, and to open up the world, to open up your world in a way that you hadn't expected, your passion, your coming together, and your knowledge. Now, your subconscious chakra message is inspiration, most definitely. Your inspiration here through your sacral chakra. Now, the sacral chakra is where we hold a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives. So when the sacral chakra comes forward, it is that deep, intimate sexual connection, okay? And it can be the scars that are held there that keep us from truly connecting as we open our hearts. The first thing that you need before the sexual connection, takes off is the emotional connection, is the connection of balancing of your truth, of standing in the presence of who you are, but the opening of your heart and saying, I am safe. I'm safe to walk with my heart opened because I'm not letting everything in. What I'm doing is I'm letting the power of the presence, the warmth of this time, move me forward. It's like being a beacon, okay? You're being the rising sun. And as you do this, the inspiration comes forward. You start seeing yourself embracing a new dawn, a new day, a new power, a new grace, a new purpose. You start to see yourself or stepping into that old purpose that you thought was lost forever. This is love that changes. This is the way that you are excelled. This is the way that you are moved forward. The sacral chakra, when we look at the negativity from this life, from past lives, from generational curses coming down on us, it seems like a lot. It seems like, how am I supposed to ever move away from this? What divinity is showing you here is that you're embracing your truth. You're looking at your power, but you're also looking at your hurt and saying, I am so much more than the pain that has made me. And I am so much more than what others have said of me. And now I choose to walk in love. And I choose to let the pain not be forgotten, because it does make up kind of a cornerstone of who you are. But it doesn't get to define you anymore, because you're stepping into a new day, into a new grace. And as you do this, you're actually going to be kind of checking off one of those boxes for life goals, for the reason that you're on this earth. It moves you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the star. This is Aquarius energy, but this is looking at your greatest wish, your greatest passion, your greatest joy, and it coming forward. This is also divinity answering your greatest wish as you embrace what you want from life, as you embrace your passion, your joy, your coming together, and your truth. The star is the highest form of man's perfection. It's what we see as being the greatest element of existence, what is out of place but so perfect and breathtaking. And it's stepping into that light, but it's also having that light shine around you and be such a powerful part of you. Wishes are being granted during this time, and it's a wish that heals and sets you on a powerful new course. All right, Cancer, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy as you step within the blessing of you, as you open your heart to yourself and you let yourself know that you are blessed with a purpose to walk your truth, to live your passion, and to be profound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.